Hello ladies and gentlemen, Yessik Ziiq here again today to bring you another episode of Indie Crunch. And today we're looking at Long Live the Queen. And I know what you're thinking, are you playing a visual novel or dating sim, Yessik? No, not really, but kind of. I personally have a bit of a hard time with this type of art style. Not a big fan, but believe it or not, I am really enjoying this game so far. And well, like I said, I like it quite a bit because it's kind of absurd. Basically, you are playing as Elodie, who you see talking now with her dad, and your mother has just died. And your job is to survive until your coronation. And you can do this in several ways, take several different paths. But you almost always end up dying unless you do everything right or happen to know what's ahead of you. And actually, dying is kind of like the most fun part of this game. Because sometimes you see it coming, sometimes you don't see it coming, and all the deaths have their own little cute drawing, which is kind of awesome. And it's very strange, to say the least. Okay, so basically what you have to do, what it is your job to do, is to increase your skills. As you can see, there are a fuck ton of skills. And you use the skills to pass events and pass tests which happen in the background as you progress through time. The events are set kind of. You get certain events that happen no matter what, and certain events that you have to trigger. How you do learn skills. As you can see, I have modifiers to the skills right now. I have like a minus for athletic and a plus to animal handling and one more thing right now. Expression. So to get more skills, to adjust your positives and negatives, you have to go to your mood. And every day you're able to do activities which actually kind of make your mood waver up and down, and whatever is your strongest mood will be dominant. And if they're all tied, it goes left to right generally. I'm not sure if this is always true. I think I have done a decent job at explaining that, so let's actually start on some classes. Since we have the modifier for expression, I kind of like to double up on expression to start out. There we go. So right now it's kind of going to be my job for a little while at least to get less depressed. So we work in 5-day weeks and we get 2 points a day plus the bonus daily, which is why since I took double lessons I got 15 points per lesson to equal 30 total. And here's our cousin visiting. Darling, we're so terribly sorry to hear about your Fidelia. Thank you. You look well, niece. Oh my god. Oh, the animation, the drawings. I know I've said that I like this and I haven't really explained why yet, but just a lot of what happens is so absurd and too serious in its own way. It's so serious that I doubt it's serious, because I need to become less afraid and depressed, and maybe more yielding would be nice. So, yielding, lonely, cheerful will probably do the trick for now. And now I have become afraid. So if you look at my mood here, afraid and depressed are tied. I need to be less afraid, but since I am afraid, I might as well put some points into reflexes. Like I said, I pretty much like doubling up on things when I do them. So let's go agility here. I love how being afraid actually gives you reflexes. You're like, no, I want to learn how to dance. I'm so scared. I'm so scared. Teach me to dance. But, another thing that you may or may not be interested in, as you get skills in a certain category, you will actually unlock different events that you can go to during the weekend and new outfits. Some of the outfits make you feel bad just for putting them on, but they do give you a bonus modifier to whatever stats you got the outfit for training. Okay, so now we have somebody who's come for our dead mother to pay respects. We are going to have... She's a Lumen, which means a magic user, so pretty much Sailor Moon. And I'm going to let her go free because it is the only way that I know of to learn magic so far. I must teach you. I'm going to let her stay. She stays, and I become slightly willful. Now I just need to become less afraid. So plus angry is the opposite of afraid, but that'll make me lonely. So I just want to become less afraid. -1 afraid. That will make me depressed, which I wanted to be for a little while longer anyways. I love how you can actually visit your mother's grave and become more afraid and depressed, which are actually two of the most useful traits you can get other than yielding. So in my personal experience, it is very important to get a lot of social immediately and some knowledge in poison. So that's what I'm doing at the moment, getting all my social skills together. And I'm probably just going to take this through to the first death that I can possibly... No, not to the first death. How am I going to show this off? So now you've gotten the general gist of the game, and this is how the gameplay goes. You have to make decisions, ask yes and no, decide whether to execute people. Let's go on for like 2 or 3 more weeks. No, that won't even show it. Decide whether to execute people or not, banish people, make political decisions, which are kind of based on your intellectual stats here, and die. And I have died a lot so far. As you can see, I have a lot of save games. That's kind of embarrassing, actually. So let's return to title here, just so I can show you some of these animations and ways you can die. Now, if you don't want any spoilers at all, well, either avoid looking at this at all or just don't read exactly what it is. I'll just show you 1 or 2 deaths. So if you go to your checklist, you have all your achievements, deaths, epilogues, and titles. And if you go to achievements, this isn't going to be spoilers, this is just going to be showing you some things you can do. There's some perfectly regular ones, like died at least once, died in 5 different ways, transformed into a lumen. But there's also really strange ones, like become an evil minion, caused a couple to divorce, encountered tentacle monster. Anyway, yeah, it's just kind of an absurd game with an absurd notion, which is surprisingly fun to play. And I know I haven't really shown it off yet, but I don't want to show too much since the story is the same every time, unless you instigate something crazy. But do I recommend it? I have to, surprisingly enough, say yes, I do recommend this game. I've had a lot of fun playing it, and yesterday I had a friend over and we played it for 6 goddamn hours. It was ridiculous. Anyways, get a friend together and enjoy sitting through and laughing at all the absurdity. So thank you guys for watching, I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I will see you guys next time. If you are into seeing more Indie Crunch in the future, which I know I haven't done for a while, consider hitting the like button, and that would help me out a lot, because I'd be like, wow, people actually want to watch these. Later.